Daniel was a good man. He lived in a scary time. The Babylonians took him from his home. They took him to a new land. Daniel never forgot his God. He prayed every day. He followed God's rules. Even when it was hard, he was a beacon of hope in a dark and unfamiliar place. The king liked Daniel. He saw Daniel's wisdom and admired his dedication and loyalty. He gave Daniel a powerful job, making him one of the highest officials in the kingdom. This made other leaders mad. They couldn't stand seeing Daniel in such a high position. They were jealous of Daniel. Their envy grew each day as they saw his influence and favor with the king. They wanted to hurt Daniel. They plotted and schemed, looking for any way to bring him down. But they could find no fault in him. Daniel was honest and faithful in all his duties, except his faith in God. They tricked the king into believing that Daniel's faith was a threat. The king made a new law, not realizing the true intentions behind it. No one could pray to any god but him. The decree was announced, and the people were shocked. Daniel knew about the law. It was clear and unyielding, written in the ancient scrolls for all to see. But he didn't stop praying. Despite the threat looming over him, he continued his daily prayers with unwavering faith. He went to his room. He opened his windows, letting the light and air in, a symbol of his openness and trust in his God. He prayed to his God. His prayers were a source of strength and comfort, a daily ritual that he cherished deeply, just like he always did. He knew the danger. He was aware of the consequences, yet his faith was stronger than his fear. But he chose faith over fear. His resolve was unshakable, his belief in his God unwavering. The jealous men saw Daniel praying. They were happy. They told the king. The king was sad. He respected Daniel but was bound by the law. He had to punish Daniel. The law was clear, and even the king could not change it, even though he didn't want to. The king's heart was heavy with sorrow, torn between his duty and his compassion. He had to follow his own law. The decree was absolute, and the king's hands were tied, leaving him no choice but to enforce it. Section 4. A Night with Predators. Divine Protection in the Face of Danger. The punishment was terrible. Daniel was thrown into a den of lions. The king was worried. He told Daniel, "May your God save you." A large stone sealed the den. The king went home. He couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep. He worried about Daniel. Section 5. A king's decree recognizing the power of Daniel's God. This is a tale of faith, courage, and divine intervention. In the early morning light, the king hurried to the den, his heart pounding with anxiety and hope. He called out desperately to Daniel. "Did your God save you?" he asked, his voice echoing in the cavernous den. The silence was heavy until Daniel's voice broke through. "My God sent his angel," Daniel replied, his voice filled with unwavering faith. "The angel shut the lions' mouths. I am safe." Daniel's words were a testament to his unshakable belief. The king was overwhelmed with joy and relief. His heart swelled with gratitude and awe. He knew in that moment that Daniel's God was not just a deity of stories, but a living, powerful force. He knew Daniel's God was powerful beyond measure, capable of miracles. With a newfound respect and reverence, he made a new law, a decree that would change the kingdom. Everyone in the kingdom was to respect and honor Daniel's God, acknowledging his supreme power. Daniel's unwavering faith had not only saved him, but had also transformed the hearts of many. This is a story of courage, where one man's faith stood as a beacon of hope. It's a story of faith, showing us the power of belief and trust in the divine. It reminds us that God is with us, even in the darkest and most terrifying times. Even when we face our own lion's dens, we are not alone. Just like he was with Daniel, God is with us, guiding and protecting us. We can face our problems with courage and faith, knowing we are supported by a higher power. With God on our side, we can overcome anything, no matter how insurmountable it may seem.